Here at the top right, a member of the team Foyu, he stretches out his tentacles in the mid to late game. He is known as
the one and only.
No, Foyu.
There's Leenock. He's probably feeling a little mentally off balance after those last two games.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. It's really tough to play it behind like that.
Hey, shh. Bottom left-hand corner, the yellow Protoss. He is known as the one and only.
And it's also Tassadar.
You're good at that, man.
I gotta pick it up, man. Like I was saying, it's like when you play a bunch of ladder games, at some point, if you're not playing well, you gotta recognize that, you gotta refocus, you gotta try harder, and that's what I'm gonna do, man.
Yeah, usually I go down to the convenience store and get a Pepsi.
Well, we don't have that convenience. We gotta pick it up. I gotta pick it up here. I don't know about you, man. You do whatever you want. I'm going times 10.
Times 10?
Super Saiyan.
Like you're pressing the plus button on when you're watching replay?
No, that just makes things go faster.
And it just goes higher?
This is like when you take out your scouter and you're like, Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? And you're like, it's really bad. He's like really weak and stuff. And then all of a sudden he's like, that's what I'm doing right now.
That's actually exactly what he's doing. He just pulled it out of his pocket.
Oh, I wish I had a scouter. That would be so sick. Then I could make over 9,000 jokes just on the streets in Korea.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone on the streets of Korea has over 9,000. You'd have to look in a mirror to see that QXC. Do you see what
Well, I'll bring a mirror then.
Okay.
How great would that be? Doing an over 9,000 joke with yourself in a mirror? That would go viral on YouTube. I guarantee it. Don't steal my idea. Reddit, I know you're going to do it. Don't do it. Actually, if you do it, I'd be so proud. Just some dudes, he's staring at himself in the mirror. And he makes that joke. But anyways, let's talk a little bit about what's happened.
Let's talk a little bit about this.
Yes.
All right, so far Leenock did go for a pool into a hatchery. And then out of that extractor now, he's just now starting to mine from it. His opponent, of course.
He actually went, did he get a Forge and then a Nexus?
Yeah, he went Forge Nexus.
Okay.
Yep.
So he went the safe version of the Nexus.
Well, the cool thing you can do on this map, if you go for Forge first, if you catch your opponent off guard, he goes Hatch first, you do the 3 pylon wall.
And then cannon behind it.
So, you know, it gives you that option if you do that, plus it's safer, so it's almost better to do Forge first, although I like to Nexus first because I like to live dangerously, and then the Speedlings run in, I mean, not the Speedlings, the first 6 earlies run in for the 6 pool, and I'm like, I wish I didn't live dangerously today.
It's like you're playing, well, it's like what you just said, where you're playing a game and you decide to take a risk and it doesn't pay off, and then you're like, oh, I'm never going to take that risk again.
Then you do it the next game.
Or you don't do it and your opponent does like double hatch before pool, and you're like, oh, I should have taken that risk this game.
Very, very true.
Like that. So the probe is getting into the base.
Yeah, that was a little weird. I'm not entirely sure how that probe got in there.
Karn has arrived in the building. I give him a little subtle wave. He's like mysterious in the... He's blending into the darkness like some kind of bat figure.
Karn actually recently got picked up by that team I read on Team.
Yeah, I don't remember what team that was.
It's like Sahara, I think it is.
I don't know who they are.
Counter-Strike team that just joined Starcraft 2 with Karn and Fury, I believe.
Oh yeah, Fury's good. Good European player.
Yeah.
Leenock going to lair. Leenock not getting the fast Evo this game.
Yeah, that's actually something that's really out of the ordinary, but that is a super fast lair.
Yeah.
Did the probe actually see that when he was in his base? I'm going to check that. No, he did not. He made the lair immediately after the probe died.
Leenock is, whoa, wait.
Oh, he's doing the Nest T build. He's bringing drones. He's going to drop some creep with an Overlord, except he doesn't have any Overlords anywhere near this.
What?
It's not going to work. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Is he going to build spines?
Yeah, you build spines, you start poking away at the wall.
LOL.
I'm serious.
That sounds awesome. Could you actually just put spines above, like in the back? You know where you normally siege tanks? Could you put a spine there and just poke at the mineral line?
I wonder. I don't know if that reaches. That's something I hope no one tries against me on the ladder. So you start those spines actually in the middle of the map, and
he does have speedlings to prevent the scouting.
He's gonna try to move those spines over. The speed's about to finish.
Kind of.
This timing on this little spine trick, I think, is a little bit wrong. Because when that warp gate research finishes, things are going to get very difficult. Of course, this basically crushes any sort of sentry play. There's a Citadel going on the way. Citadel, Twilight Council, whatever you want to call it. StarCraft 1, StarCraft 2. You know, who cares?
My life for iron.
Now, as you can see, he's spreading that creep. The spine's coming in here very slowly.
They're slow off creep. On creep, man, they're speedy. And he's getting hallucination.
Tassadar knows what's going on now. He's going to get that warp gate research done. He's got 2 more on the way. 2 more gateways, I should say. He's going to be up to 3 gates. I don't think this is really going to work.
I mean, he's still going to be able to apply a lot of pressure here, and it's not a huge investment by Leenock to do this.
It's a fast lair. It's something that's risky to do in certain situations, just not in this one. He's getting a very fast Spire as well. He hasn't brought Speedlings to follow this up, so even if he breaks down the wall, he's not going to run Speedlings in.
Right.
And as soon as the warp gate's finished, he's going to make a few Stalkers, and actually when the wall gets torn down, he's going to be maybe somewhat thankful he can actually move out and deal with the
Well,
spines.
but he is going to lose the Forge.
That's true.
Which is going to stop his upgrades. The +1 weapons finish.
Yeah, he did get the +1, so that's actually... he missed the timing completely for this. It's cross-position Tal'Darim. It's not a good map to do this build on, in my opinion. And, of course, this pylon and this gate will slowly fall.
Yep.
Stargate's finished up. Void Ray on the way. Dark Shrine about halfway done.
Ooh, the Dark Shrine could be very bad for Leenock.
It's going to be very difficult for Leenock to defend the 3rd base he's taken at the 12 o'clock position with those Dark Templar out on the map. Only if they see it, but that's what the Dark Templar are for. If he doesn't see it, then he's not using his Dark Templar correctly.
I really feel like what we're seeing from Leenock... Okay, first game, Leenock's like, I'll play Standard, let's do this. And Tassadar didn't deal with Broodlords well. Second game... gets into this funky position. He tries to play Standard, ends up losing because of base trade. Third game, tries to play Standard again, doesn't get in like really aggressive, and he loses. And now he's like, you know what? Forget playing Standard. I'm gonna do something to mess with my opponent. I'm gonna get in his head. I'm gonna be aggressive. I'm tired of playing Standard. And this is kind of what we're seeing here. Leenock is doing something to mess with Tassadar's plan.
You're exactly right. Here comes some Mutas, 7 of them, in fact, and they're going to try to do a little bit of harassment. There is a Stargate in play already, so he's going to most likely maybe a Phoenix or 2. Here comes the first Dark Templar. There's actually no answer for this in Leenock's natural. But here come the Mutas.
This is both players are going to end up losing a lot of workers here. Without Phoenixes, he doesn't have a really mobile way to defend against Mutas. He does have some Stalkers, but again, without Spores. Well, but he can make an Overseer.
Yeah, he's already made that Overseer. He just didn't react very quickly because he was controlling those Mutas. And the DT has gone up to 6 kills now. It's trying to target down drones. This is finally spotted by that Overseer.
Oh, and
does get away.
I think he's going to see the 3rd now because he did see drones going to it. Yeah, so he's going to scout that 3rd. He's going to see it. And Tassadar's in the know, man.
In fact, there's no detection here whatsoever, so you should be able to get a few more kills because Leenock hasn't quite realized what's going on. He is sitting an Overseer over there. Spine may finish. I'm here. He's probably going to get just a few kills. Well, actually, that Dark Templar's on break right now. He's just going to chill out.
He's on break.
He's on break.
He got a call from Tassadar. He's like, I need you to check out that 3rd, kill some drones. And the Dark Templar, he's like, I'm on break. He's like, no. This is very tempo-based. You need to kill drones now. He's like, I'm 30 seconds, man. I'm still on break. And Dark Templar does get a couple of kills. You can see the supply. Leenock is a bit ahead here. Leenock does have map control. He's got his 3rd base up.
I love these Dark Templars, though, because they just kill units here and there. It's forcing Leenock to kind of get a little bit nervous about moving out. He's got to constantly find, where's my Overseer? Do I need to make a 2nd Overseer? These Mutas going to come in here.
Oh,
maybe
the
do a little bit more.
Why didn't he build a cannon?
Yeah, or start some Phoenixes. I'm a little surprised. He did get that Templar Archives up. He's going to get Archons out to help deal with this.
This might be one of those situations where you're like, well, I opened Stargate. Who would go Mutas against Stargate? And he sees some Mutas, and he's like, I'm not even going to make Phoenixes. He's not going to make more Mutas, and Leenock's like, I'm making more Mutas. And then Tassadar's like, bro!
That's really the exact situation we find ourselves in. It happens to me all the time where I start Stargate and I go, well, the last thing he's going to do is Mutas, which is so great. That's one of the greatest things about Stargate play is it makes you kind of never have to worry about Mutas. And
Blink is done. So Tassadar's response is Blink.
It looks like these cannons are going to have to be canceled. Does cancel those cannons.
Nice. Good move by Leenock. Leenock playing a lot more aggressively. I think Leenock, whatever nervousness he might have had or whatever, he was trying to play cautious. He won the first game. He's like, I'm going to play safe. I'm going to play Standard. I'm going to win. Now he's on the ropes. He's like, I can't play safe Standard. I need to take this game by the horns, and I got to win it. And that's what he's doing, man. He's poking in. He's everywhere.
He's making 20 roaches right now. He's got +1 missile attacks, +1 carapace, +2 flyer attacks to help those Mutas get a little bit stronger. Roach speed on the way, even an infestation pit. Adding spores just to be safe from DTs. And right now, Tassadar doing something very
nice.
smart. We'll get a shot of it maybe in a second. At the 12 o'clock base, Tassadar's actually hidden a pylon on the high ground. Most likely he's going to make Stalkers there, or High Templar.
Tassadar doesn't have Robotech. You can see it's just building now.
Yeah, this is going to be really, really scary when these roaches roll in.
Yeah, Leenock, if Leenock is able... Basically, right now, Mutas gave Leenock map control. Blink cannons took away that ability for the most part. Roaches with Burrow, map control. Tassadar, you can't move out, man. You can't kill burrowed roaches until you have observers. And meanwhile, Leenock's like, I'm going to take a fourth, man. Whatever.
He hasn't started Burrow quite yet, but he should be soon. Roach speed finishing up, Overlord drops, Infestors on the way. He hasn't started that Pathogen Glands upgrade just yet.
Yep.
And Leenock maxed out here. I think he's going to be able to take this game if things don't change soon.
That was so fast.
Yeah, he did a great job macroing up, controlling the middle of the map. He's got those mutas out, constantly keeping Tassadar in his base. He's killed probes here and there, forced a lot of cannons to be canceled, things like that. And
Tassadar does know about the roaches now, and he knows there's a big attack coming. Does he have Storm?
He does not have Storm. He actually hasn't even started it yet.
What is he going to do with the...
He's going to feedback and then make Archons, but still...
does take out... Oh,
he could actually feedback the Overseer and then make DTs, but...
maybe that's what he's going to do. But he doesn't have DTs with that army.
Yeah, this is a little weird, and he does have a lot of good units here, and good force fields as well. The Mutas trying to help out here. I think Leenock may have engaged at the wrong time.
Yeah, I don't like this engage by Leenock at all.
He didn't have Burrow.
Yeah,
maybe I think he simply forgot to research Burrow.
That may be possible. I think we're actually going to see a GG from Leenock pretty soon here.
Well, here's the thing.
Oh, no. Just kidding. He's making 36 roaches.
Yeah, I was going to say...
He's going to defend this.
He lost his army, but the thing is he's remaxing very quickly, and he is going to lose, a few spines here, but these Zealots will fall. And Tassadar is in a really tough spot because he traded and Leenock remaxed, and he just cannot remax.
Yep.
He's got a bad army compared to Leenock. He's got 2-1 upgrades. Leenock has 1-1, but Leenock is just going to have so much more stuff. He needs Burrow, though.
Oh, and here's the big flank. Leenock is making a Tassadar sandwich. Blink has something else to say about that, though.
And there comes some Infested Tyrants. Going to take out the Void Ray. Void Ray does fall. Stalker's blinking away. Storm about to finish.
Leenock should take his 5th base right now or drone up really hard on his 3rd. His 3rd does not have any drones. But he's got, again, he has map control. He can do what he wants for the time being. I don't think this attack is really big enough to actually kill Tassadar.
No, it's not. I mean, he just got +3 weapons as well, so it's 3-1 against 1-1. +2 going to finish for Leenock here pretty soon. He may be able to just target down this Nexus. I think that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to run in here with these roaches, kill the Nexus. If you don't have Immortals out, I was actually talking to you about this earlier today, man. Yep. Those roaches come in there, they kill the Nexus, and they leave, and what are you going to do?
I think Leenock he sees there's a pretty big army. He's going to fall back. Those Infestors don't have any energy, though. They used a bunch throwing down... all of those Infestors are going to die. Leenock right now with Burrow. Oh, nice!
That was actually so sick.
Uses the Roaches. Roaches take 3 hits to kill from a DT to buy some time so the Infestor can get away.
And Bane. Roach drops.
No, Roach drops. Just kidding.
Roach drops have been spotted, but there are cannons here, and he should be able to warp in some units. He's actually going to try to go into the main, maybe target down some pylons there.
I don't really understand the 8 Roach drop, because it seems like it's a small enough number that Warp Gate alone can kind of clean it up.
It forces warp down and cooldowns to be in the base and not being aggressive. That's the main thing about them. There are DTs running around the map, trying to find hidden bases, trying to make them cancel. And yeah, see, there's the warp in. He's going to go home. He's going to warp units in there.
That's a lot of Stalkers.
And these roaches aren't really going to do a whole lot. But again, like we were talking about earlier, now he's making Banelings. He's got a Greater Spire on the way. He's going to remax with more appropriate units.
And Tassadar is actually making a Void Ray. Does Tassadar know there's a Greater Spire? Does he know Hive Tech?
He doesn't know that. I do not believe. He's got observers out on the map, but he hasn't really seen what's going on. I think he's just seen the procession of the earlier games, and he's predicting what's going to happen before it happens, which is very smart. I'd like to see him maybe add a Stargate or 2 extra to get a few more Void Rays out, start getting some air upgrades. Maybe he's taking a 4th base here. In the middle of the map, though, Leenock's got a ton of Overlords, full Banelings. He's got Roaches, which do finally have Burrow. They don't have Burrow movement, but he does have that Burrow upgrade. And it looks like Tassadar's actually going to go for that north base. And there's nothing stopping him. He should be able to take this out. Will Leenock turn around? He does turn around with his roaches.
This is really bad. This is Leenock. Tassadar was doing a great job with the Dark Templar. Oh, he's going to intercept this with those Templar. Going to get some great storms off. No, Leenock does see it in time. And the Stalkers do back up. He doesn't want... Tassadar does not want to engage with half of his army to take out that base. 6 storms go down, but the Roaches just run right through. Wow. Wow, Storm is so good.
It is really good, man. The Baneling's dropping, but not dropping at the right moment. Now he's going to drop on top. The Stalkers should be blinking back. They do blink back. These Roaches falling very quickly to the +3 upgrades of Tassadar. Leenock is in trouble. He could be taken out here in the semifinals. Upcoding. These Broodlords are in trouble as well. The Stalkers are on top of them. This could be it for Leenock, QXC.
I'm just shock and awe, man. Tassadar's control is so good. He dealt with that perfectly, storming on top of the Roaches, moves into the natural, takes out the Broodlords, and Leenock really just needed a little bit more time to get the Broodlords out, and I think he could have done a lot better there.
Yeah, this is it, man. I think he's gonna die right here. The Stalkers just blinking back, they're never gonna die. They have +3, Leenock only has 2. And that's going to be it. I don't know what else to say. You can't hold this.
It's actually impossible.
It's actually impossible.
It's
GG.
Actually, there it is. Tassadar advances to the finals 3-1 over Leenock.
Looks very happy with himself.
Gives everyone the peace sign. That is his ceremony. The Tassa sign. The Tassa peace sign. It doesn't work.
A very disgruntled Leenock there.
He looks tired, man.
He does look tired.
Very tired.
I spent some time with him last night. He was up pretty late, and maybe he was trying to relax before his match. I didn't actually ask him how he felt about it, but people said the team in general though said that he felt pretty prepared. He wasn't really nervous about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that he was cocky though by any means. I think just in that game he was ahead, but he made his Broodlords at the right time, but not the right place. It was like, if the Stalkers were anywhere else, the Broodlords would have been fine. And the Storms were brilliant. The Roaches should have bought him enough time, but those Storms were just too good. He had too good of upgrades. And I like Tassadar's aggressive style. He wasn't sitting back passively. You remember when the Broodlords came out in the other games, he had like that mix of units that was kind of some Archons, some Zealots here. It was just Blink Stalkers. And on a map like Tal'Darim where it's huge, the Stalkers are so mobile, you've got the High Templar in there to feed back and storm. That's all you need. You've got High Templar and Stalkers. What else do you need? I mean, maybe an Archon here or there, maybe, but you don't even need that unless he has Mutas or,
When you've got 60 Blink Stalkers, you've got a
when you have more Blink Stalkers than your opponent has Roaches, things tend to go your way, especially when you have better upgrades.
Yep.
And you've got Storms falling on top of those Roaches.
Yeah, those Storms were huge, man. Storms and just a fantastic concave. Basically what Tassadar did was he pressured the base, forced Leenock's army to move somewhere, and then prepared to basically just completely annihilate it, and he did.
He constantly was able to scout. He had observers on the map. He had Dark Templar on the map. The whole game. Observers flying around, Dark Templar walking around, doing disco Dark Templar, and then the next thing you know, he knows exactly what army Leenock has, and he makes the units to beat it. Then he baits it out and crushes it. He crushes it, man, and that's it. Leenock loses that army. He can't remax fast enough. The Broodlords would have helped out, maybe would have bought him some time. But the Stalkers were on top of the Broodlords, and that's it.
Stalkers were there, man. It was like, oh, this hand is on camera. It's like, Broodlords here, and the Stalkers were like, what's up? Oh.
The Broodlords are like up here, man. They're like morphing, and they're just dying.
Morphing? Yeah, wait, can you do a little morphing? All right. We got some morphing Broodlords. No, keep morphing, man. We're going to do a little plot line here. So there's the Broodlords morphing, and the Stalkers are like meandering around. They're like, pacha, Roach, pacha.
Broodlord build time isn't this long, man. Hurry up.
Okay, and then the Stalkers, one of the scout Stalkers like, Broodlord, sir! And then he's like, proceed. And then he's like, all right, I'm going for it. Broodlords die. And we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Yeah, when Broodlords die, 5-minute breaks happen.
And then Happy versus Puzzle, yeah?
Yep.
So
PVT coming up.
Oh, Terran. Oh, I enjoy casting Terran games so much more because I actually know what's going on.
All right, guys, so tune in. Maybe go get some popcorn or something. Get a soda, get a Pepsi, maybe get a Gatorade. But come back.
Or I'll get you.
And tune in for this PVT.
We'll be back in 5.